and let Medic dies the quickest. But we do have gamers readying up, and it looks like we are live. Let's go see what Demo Man is rolling out. We see Domo roll out right now. Let's see if he can beat his American counterpart, Bot Mode, as he rolls up. He's in choke right now. Bot Mode a little bit faster, not by much. We do see him now spamming a few stickies across right now. Not much damage. Not much coming out right now. I think Connor took a bit right now. But we do see Domo walking across, try to get a few stickies off. Laz just quicker out. Soldier is jumping. Arms going down, Connor going down. Zebo killing himself, but we do see Domo also getting Slamish. Jay, I think he was denied by Credo there. And that's a wipe for the EU's team. They only lost 2 on the American side right now, and it is still scrappy. Credo in on the demo. Bot Mode going down. We do see him chase the scout coming out and back up his medic. Credo getting arrowed by skis in the end there. And that's a mid to the Americans right there.
That was very well played by the Americans that were playing super passive. And we saw Zebo set up in his own valley area, and he was just waiting for his cue from his team to jump in and make space, and it worked. He was doing a lot of damage, he was very space creating with his team, but Ascent.NA was just playing safely on their side, and it worked out great. Their medic survived, kind of went down super early, and now they're just rolling to the second point. It's basically 3-second point, and they have full Ebert advantage pushing into this last.
Yeah, we do have Connor. We do have Connor. He's building up. They're going to equalise it as well. But no, maybe not. If they get Connor quick enough, they do have 99%. They just got Uber right there. And off this, they're going to whip out a heavy. Let's hear this. With Connor using his Uber, we do see Domo getting taken out. Laz, he also traitors, I think. Bot Mode getting exterminated right there. Was forced to use that word. I'm sorry.
I don't think Connor needed to use his Uber there. Did he have to save someone?
I don't know. I think he was just. I think one rocket hit him and he just misclicked, I think. But you see Arms, he's going it back in, he's chasing him. Jay going into last right now. Oh, Delman cuts it. Both scouts on him. He somehow dodges. No, he doesn't get out. Credo getting the final shot on him right there. But
that was a great stolen play from Jay there. He was buying his team so much time to get regrouped on this second point, and now it looks like they're going to be holding this just fine. It's a 4v5 fight, but Ascent.EU is still pushing out. They're out with Connor and 2 scouts on the left-hand side.
Bot Mode, I thought he was going to get a nice wee pipe and sticky under that medic, but doesn't quite get it. We do see Connor on 30 HP though, so 1 rocket and he's out. We do see Jay jump him, doesn't quite get him, but Zebo going down as well. Polygon, oh, what is Polygon up to? He's getting Slamish and Bot Mode. Polygon jumping away from Kathy, I think it was, getting kills. We do see Laz go down as well. What was that?
I think Ascent.NA just thought that they can refight it with their spawners. As I was saying, it was very even fight at the start, but Ascent.EU just got a lot of the crowd on the point and a lot of cap time. And then as soon as Ascent.NA started repushing in, they were just throwing bodies 1 by 1 into the second point. And it was just an easy cleanup for the EU boys. And now they're pushing into second with the full Uber advantage through the cafe area.
Yeah, also we're going to go in. Arms on the beam, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, disconnected from the medic right there. I think they're ready to walk in right now. Going forward. It looks like the Americans are just going to back in. They're in shuttles. They don't want to stay there. They're going to get spammed out. And they're just going to give second away to the Ascent side of the EU side of Ascent, sorry.
And now it's still Uber advantage for Ascent.EU. I see Gun coming up on last from the I don't think it's going to come up in time. We see Ascent.EU positioning themselves in the lobby. They're deciding if they're going to push top right, top left. I don't think it's going to be Uber advantage anymore for these guys, but they're pushing the far left-hand side, and it's probably going to be a count.
I see Zebo taking out Sentry. I don't think much else happened there. We do see Slamish. I need to stop saying. Slamish really took a bit of damage there, but I think he got out just by the skin of his teeth. We do see. Say that again. Domo doing damage. Oh, can he get another pick? He did 5th. Oh, they used both medics using right there. Unfortunately, we're going to back out, and that's not going to be another field. Not another field push, but a field push for Ascent.EU.
It's a way better trade for the Ascent.NA guys, and they get a pick on Zebo's side. It doesn't look like Ascent.EU is very healthy.
That's they've got a back cap going on. Doesn't look
Freddy barely gets killed by Laz on last.
Now that they've got 2 scouts, they've got a soldier and a scout down. Ascent, the NA side of Ascent are just a player advantage, and they have 1 spawner side of EU. We do see Arms getting Slamish right there. Can he do anything else? Domo getting Bot Mode. Doesn't matter. Yay's going to come in with a scout, get Polygon. Arms. Oh, yay! Aye. So we got 2 of them down.
Yeah, he's just sneaking in 2 cheeky kills there. And I think that was very crucial there because Ascent.EU was very good at fighting the second point.
What, Lash just jumped in and just killed Domo. Kratos now down with Yike. He just, okay.
This lobby fight area is just going back and forth all the time. It looks like one team gets 2 picks, pushes in, the other team gets 2 picks, pushes in, and now we see an Uber exchange. Skis barely gets his Uber.
He's just getting his Uber, as you just said that. And we're going to now see what's happening. It's kind of all over the place right now. People are camping the point, but it looks like the EU side got out. They're out. They've got players. They did lose Amzo, unfortunately. They're going to try and take it in and choke. And oh, the damage. Domo, hello, bot mode going down. Doesn't matter, Laz is going to get a rocket and Polygon. Polygon trade as well, sorry. Tradu walking up, getting Yite. Nice wee shot. And looks like they're going to take the point. The arms respawn and Connor gets out.
That was a very good coordinated play from Zebo and Domo there. Domo was just spamming choke and Zebo was jumping in. They got a couple of good damage, but they couldn't finish anyone off. But it looks like Ascent.EU is now re-pushing into mid.
Once again, EU being really aggressive, trying to get in mid, get in the face of the NA team. And Zebo really weak, 34 HP. Looks like we're just going to back in a second and just keep it nice and chill, which is weird for Ascent.EU. So we do see bot mode spamming some stuff. Instead that.
And Laz just jumps in. He skips jumps through Valley and just lands on Connor and gets him. Like, Connor didn't even have Uber, and now it's gonna be full Uber advantage coming from these Ascent.NA guys into Laz.
Well, that's a very acceptable trade. Walk in now. Well, yeah, the EU side, they don't really know what to do. They've got a medic, they're just going to get a gun up right now. They've got Kradu on sniper ready, waiting for the push. And we do see Jay kind of waiting, making his way in, downtown. But it looks like they're going to take the right side of the push. Kradu watching.
Kradu gets the entry pick, yeah. It looks like Ascent.NA is still looking forward to pushing this top right without Jay. Now they seem to be rotating. And they get a pick on Zebo's side, so now they definitely have an entry here. On the far left side, the Uber is used in on bot mode.
Well, it looks like Zebo, he did something. Zebo's already down. Polygon, he's weak. He's on the left side. We do see everyone going on. Jay on the point. We do have a push out. Kradu going to go. Domo hitting the pipe on bot mode. It looks like EU's going to defend it. Ski's the only one left up alive, and the scout's going to chase him. As Ams, of course, can get him, and Skis just hits the kill button.
You have to fear the Kradu heavy. You know, Kradu building a gun. I mean, he got a snipe first, and then was building a gun, and then switching to heavy, and then pairing that with Kradu's tracking. You have to respect that.
I wonder why they've got a sponsorship with Kovac, but they're pushing in mid now. Nice little scrappy wee fight. Polygon jumping up under the tower right now, and I think the NA are just backing off. They don't want to take the fight. They know they have an Uber disad, like about 80%. You know, they need to build this up, get it over, whilst the EU can probably just roll right in through Cafe. We do see Polygon jump in, try and get a little bit of space moving on. Oh, big rockets on there to Jay. Laz going down. Sent. Ooh, getting an arrow onto Jay right there.
But they get a force off. Connor pops his Uber near Cafe area. I don't even know who forced him there. But that's a lifesaver for the NA guys. If they didn't get a force off, they would just get rolled into us, possibly getting a round off.
Yeah, I don't understand that. What? Ski's now in 85%. They know what to do. They're going to take this Uber and try and get second back off them. I need to look in the monitor now. So, looks like they're taking it through lower, in fact. They've now just got Uber. Jay might take the first flash. He's going to use it as a scout. Check the sticks.
I don't think they even want to use there. They're just walking in for free. We see Zebo jumping in.
Oh, Zebo on the medic.
Zebo gets the force.
Oh, misses the airshot though, unfortunately.
And Amos is running into Laz as well.
Oh, did he go for a back?
There is a fight on Laz.
Oh,
Amos is taking a 1v2 and loses that. But again, he's just stalling for his team. And his team just regroups on second for free. So this Uber was completely pointless from Ascent.NA, and now we see full Uber advantage for the EU.
It looks like we do it. I don't know what the NA team are doing. They're trying to push out whilst they have Uber. They're trying to go for a dry push, I'm pretty sure. They're still at shutter. Kind of dangerous. We do see Slimish on 1 HP going to get shot.
The Uber is used on the far left side from the EU guys. They're pushing into Laz. They only got a Slimish pick so far. But it looks like both of these soldiers are going to get caught out. Zebo size in alone.
Hader's on the tail of that soldier. He's on Jay there. Jay's going to die. Not the best of push. Even with Uber, the NA side was able to defend it easy. But Connor does get out with his well, 9%. Might as well just hit the kill bind, but he's up and ready, no spawn time. Healing Domo as the rest of them spawn, as they're going to get forward spawns. Maybe Polygon might. There you go.
That was a very misused Uber from the Ascent.EU guys. They popped, they saw a lot of the Ascent.NA guys on Shutter, and they just thought, oh, we are just going to Uber into, you know, into them with Domo and AMS and just going to roll them into last. But as soon as they popped, they were so far away that Ascent.NA just bailed into last and barely lost.
Going for a big jump, he doesn't quite get the merit. Oh, Credo, hello. Nice wee headshot and Slamish here for forward spawn. They do use it on the side of NA though. Oh, hello. Credo, gonna hit another one for me. Go, 3 in a row. Nope, he's not gonna do it. He's watching show. Nobody can get it. So, again, a wasted Uber, but they do have Uber. Oh, how?
Credo's just getting these cheeky crack shots.
Can he hit another one? On you go, son. On. Doesn't hit it, unfortunately. Feels bad, man. So, with Credo on Sniper, they're just going to give up second, looks like. They're just going to probably stay inside. They're building, yeah, they've got the gun up, they've got an NG. Yeah, they're just giving it away for free there.
You don't even need to do damage as a Sniper. If you have Credo, you know, hitting headshots left and right, you see there, it saved them the entire midpoint, and now they're pushing into second for free just from the damage.
And now pushing into last. They're not Ubered yet. Skis is just about
barely getting his Uber, but it's going to be an Uber trade on last, but they're already getting picks. Sentry Gun goes down, Domo goes down. There are trades left and right, but there are only 3 people left for the Ascent.NA. But Skis goes down, it's Beam,
and last 1v1 right now. Can he win it? He's got a Beam though, so it's an easy win. And they do take the point, and Ascent.EU gets the first round. I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, Skis barely got his Uber, but by the time he got his Uber, half of this team was dead, so he couldn't really save anyone. The Ascent.EU just stalled out his Uber on like 2 other players, and they couldn't get any picks, and that was just an easy cleanup for Ascent.EU.
Looks like, well, Domo, bot mode fast once again, on time as per, unlike Scott Root. We don't see, I can't see, Adysky can. And we do see Polygon jump in, gets Skis off the bat and bot mode with the 2 rockets. He is in Cafe right now. Can he get the scout? He can't get the scout as well. That's 3k from Polygon right there. Easy peasy. And it's a wipe as well.
That was a crazy play by Polygon. I mean, his team was super timed with him as well. Domo was pushing over the point. Zebosai was jumping from Valley. It was just pure damage into a blob of Ascent.NA guys. But we saw in the background Las and Jay jumping onto Connor and at least getting the medic pick. So it doesn't mean it means that they are not going to get rolled into Las at least, so they can stabilize in their lobby. It looks like they're about to push out into second.
Looks like they're going to try and contest, in fact. They got a camera. So. I think I say Domo just got Slamish there. What was Slamish up to?
I think Slamish was just way ahead of his team and wanted to secure second. They didn't want to, you know, fall back all the way into their last. So he really wanted to fight at second, but his team was not fully up yet, ready to fight second. And now we see Ascent.EU dry pushing into last, basically.
We do see them. We do have the Sentry Gun down. Not good. Slamish getting Polygon, so that's the 1 soldier down with the side of EU. They're going to take it out, maybe, through Shutter, or maybe Balcony. Pardon me. Looks like they are. Bomb mode watching Shutter. And we do see Skis nearly getting Uber, but Connor does have Uber. We're just waiting for the moment that they're going to trade, try and milk it. I think Bomb will go out. They do use Uber on the side of EU right now, and it's a trade. But Connor has a much better Uber. Of course, that's not really much. Polygon going down to Slamish, but they're going to trade in the end there. Domo, can he hit the pipes, unfortunately?
And AMS is alone on Skis, and Jay just cleaning up and running to last. And but it looks like he's going to take a 1v1 in the lobby against TI and get it as well.
Oh,
Mod's dying to him in the lobby as well. He gets a 4k and he's running to last. There's no one up for the Ascent.NA.
Well, there you
That's
go.
around.
What is AMS up to? Did he take something?
Incredible flying play from AMS there. He just runs, cleans up the soldier, gets alone on the medic, and then he faked going into last and actually waited Yite at Shutter and just 1v1'd him. There was like a free shot on Yite. And then it was an easy 1v1 against bot mode as well.
Yeah, bot mode jumped in and Pencil jumped, I suppose. And look how that turned out. He got 2 shot, I'm pretty sure. Bot mode, once again, speedy as. Just getting the sticks across the point. Zebo's waiting. Not much happening. Polygon going in for another big bomb. He's not going to do as much. Never mind, he gets Slamish and bot mode right there. Zebosai go down. Yite going down to AMS as well. Ooh, shaky mid from the Americans right now. They're going to go back into probably go back to last, in fact, now that They got both meds are up as well. Keep in mind that. It's not like last time.
Yeah, the last time both of the medics died, but it looks like Ascent.EU is just rolling on these mids with the double cellular aggression. They just land on bot mode, and bot mode is instantly dead every time on every single mid. It's so effective, and I don't know what Ascent.NA can do against it. They probably just have to play way more passive on these mids, wait out the cellular aggression.
Probably need to wait for Polygon specifically, because Polygon has did the exact same bomb twice now.
Yeah.
So they're going to be wary for that at the next mid, and they're going to probably take it at the top right-hand side right now. Gun is on level 1, spamming it out quickly as possible. It does go down. Zebo, another frag, aka a central kill. So, not much can go on. Arms is in. He's going to be a little bit too greedy, getting killed. Zebo also going down, not too good. Polygon, it's kind of a bit of a yikes.
I don't know if that was intentional, but Freeman Sag on Sunshine doesn't really work. I think Zebo just died there by accident. I mean, Ams died there by accident while there was a double sack coming from their soldiers.
Well, Soldier jumping in, he's just, I think he's just trying to take it. But they're going to take second right off. But Connor does use Uber, it is forced. He's going to try and rush for, Ascent go down, Slemish, sorry. And Ski still has his Uber. They're going to need to do something about Skis now. They're going to do, they send a soldier in, someone. We do see a soldier go in, it is Zebo, sorry. Bot mode does go down, and it's only Skis, and he does have to use, and he's going to die. Polygon, I think he got the force on them.
That was so misplayed by Ascent.NA. They lost the first guy into the force, and then Ams just kept on rolling it in. They still haven't popped their Uber, and then by the time 3 players are dead on the Ascent.NA
and EU are just walking on point.
They're just walking in.
Domo on point, it doesn't matter. Jay died, Domo died as well. Preru, he's got picked up by Yate, not picked up in that sense. Probably will.
But look at Ams and Connor hiding in lower.
Yeah, it looks like they're waiting. Connor, they'll definitely want to go for the back cap. They're desperate for it. They know they want it. They're ready.
And I don't think anyone's ready for them on last. It's last, but he's not even full health, and now it's a 2v1 on last.
This is not too good. They've got the beam. Oh, they've got spawners, so it's only Arms left, and it's Connor's got hits the kill bind with it. Unfortunately, Arms does not get what he bargained for.
You can't be whiffing those shots, man. You have to be really fast when you go for these backup plays, with your medic especially. Otherwise, you're just baiting your entire team.
Yeah, Polygon and Credo went in as well there.
That was a cheeky play. Now it just looks like they were throwing bodies in left and right, and they have to stabilize on mid with Uber disadvantage.
Yeah, we do. Credo just still waiting to spawn. He won't get forward, but most of Ascent.EU does get the forward spawn. And I think NA are just going to take it right in. They know they have the big Uber ad. They know they can take the fight, because either way, we do have Polygon going in for another bomb. He surfs round, he's getting piped, he's completely gone. Zebo and Polygon now down. Not much can be done. No sacks unless Arms wants to W in, I suppose. But the Uber is being built by Arms right now. Ascent.NA walking straight in. They know they can take it. The stick's on point. Slam is just going to clear them. I think they're just going to give it up, to be honest, until they get Uber.
This is just going to be a 3-second point for Ascent.NA. I mean, you have an Uber charge coming your way, of course.
Oh, hello, Slemish.
Slemish gets a easy lead shot and allows him out. But now it's even Ubers coming into the last, and I don't know if Ascent.NA knows that it's even.
They might not, but they know it is player ad for a short amount of time, but Arms is just going to spawn. No off classes yet on the side. Oh, never mind. They got Credo Sniper. Should have seen that one coming, to be honest. Don't know where he's going to be waiting. He's waiting somewhere. We do see Zebo in dungeon. Whoa, Arms going down, but they trade with Laz. Yike getting Polygon. Credo still on Sniper. Is it going to do much? Maybe. He's going to try and get a Sniper. He gets the Sniper on the Scout. Slemish going down. Just like that, easy peasy, clicking the buttons. And they're going to get out because of lost players.
It was so unfortunate. I think Ascent.NA was just sacking player in after player, and they kept getting a pick, but it was not the medic pick that you want to get. And Connor drops!
Oh, no, Connor. Feels bad, man.
Oh, he drops to the crater. That's very unfortunate, but in that situation, you really want to, you know, take the risk and not pop there, because you really want to preserve your Uber, one holding glass. But it's just very unfortunate for the Ascent.EU. Now they're pushing into last.
Yeah, they're pushing right in. Nothing can stop them. They've used Uber. Fortunately, Connor does spawn. They now have heals on the side of EU, but players are falling on the side of Ascent.NA. They do lose Yite and Laz, and they're going to lose Jay as well now. They're going to try and get out. Very mistimed in the Uber there.
And again, Credo Heavy. You have to respect Credo Heavy. As soon as they walked in, I think Credo just deleted Slemish on Puda's class.
Slimness being more aggro, getting Domo and Polygon there as they were pushing out, trying to get second. That's 2 down. I think they're going to try and drive this. Everyone's behind the point. It's the same as Credu. He's going to edge on the point, but they need, as you said, respect it. Respect doesn't matter. Credu's going to go down to bot mode with the pipes. Yike going down, Connor going down. It's all just a scrappy fight. Skis doesn't matter. They're all down, and that's a round to NA.
It was so weird from the Ascent.EU guys. They secured last. They were pushing out with player advantage, and then they just sucked in 2 players before the rest of the team could get out. And it looks like it cost them the round.
Round indeed. And how long's left? I can't tell.
We have 9 minutes 40 left.
9 minutes left. Oh, bot mode. Yikes. That's. Oh, he's just going to waddle. Waddle his way there. Domo, nice and fast. Go. Bet bot mode, I suppose. Waiting for the Polygon jump as per. He does catch 1 rocket, doesn't unfortunately get anything. Polygon going down, bot mode going down. Skis going to everyone. Oh my god, it's nearly a wipe there. There's only 2 scouts up and the one's under the point. This is not looking too good. They do have the beam on Arms and Credu. Credu just got it. Oh, there you go. Arms getting a nice wee 2G on the cleanup with Credu there. What a mid.
And that's such a nice cleanup at the end when you're a scout on a beam. But it looks like Ascent.EU just doesn't need to change anything about their mids. It just works great. If Polygon's not getting anything, Zebosai is coming in with the late jump, you know, doing the cleanup. And this mid, Polygon died even though he was doing so much space. And then Zebosai jumps in right after him and just gets a 2K.
That's true. Now they have full overad. They can do it. They can just roll right in. They do have a gun. Yite is smacking a piece of metal. Magic, and I don't know whether they're going to take it. I think they might take it in from right side, waiting, and they're going to take it in the scout. Domo is going to start spamming that sentry down on the point. Uber is on that. They need to get the heavy down rapid, like Laz going down. Zebo takes out by Jay. Keru going down by the Slemish heavy. Not a good push. Arms only 7 HP. Connor is going to need. He's going to get chased. He's being chased by Yite, and Arms is there. Can he take the fight? He's using his pistol to try and get him out, but I think they're just going to chase them out of second as well to take it back.
And we see Ascent and just
Slemmy.
hard chase, and Connor ends up dying to Crater fall damage again. That was very unfortunate. He was surfing away a sticky bomb. But this Sunshine loss is just so difficult to push at times. When you have a heavy on the left-hand side, then you have the sentry gun on the right-hand side, and you have to take the Uber and basically focus both of the targets at the same time. It's just very difficult to push into a brick wall, essentially.
Whoa, what was that trap? Domo, last going down to that.
That was a trap up top, the bell tower.
Oh, Credit on Sniper as well. He's looking. I think they know he's on Sniper. Can he get a shot on someone? Misses his shot on one of the scouts. The Uber is used on the Americans. Ham's getting piped right in the face. They're just going to take mid off him. They've used the Uber. Although EU now has a slight ad, it's not by much.
I think Ascent.NA was just fearing the Credu sniper in the forward. There was no other reason to use the Uber now. Now it's a scrappy fight from the choke, but it looks like Ascent.EU is just
what was that? Polygon. He's a rocket. Oh my god, that was a direct then.
Polygon missed her direct. He's hitting every rocket onto the scouts that he shoots.
Yeah, it's true. He's bombing and hitting direct. That's his magic. Direct bombing is something. And EU going to just take mid right back off him.
But Connor goes down, and I did not notice that at all. Connor goes down in the exchange, and now Ascent.NA has 75% ad.
That is, you have a point. And they're probably going to take it right back off him with the Uber. They're going to use that and try and get as many frags as possible. As the EU side just back off. They know they don't have the ad. They're going to try and build it quickly. Laz, cap point. Going to get the cap points. Yummy, yummy. That might come in.
And now full Uber for Ascent.NA pushing him through this cafe area.
Zebo's in choke. What's he up to? He does get. Does he get the force on?
Yeah.
He does get the force there. Slemish fragging the game up. There you go. Just the perfect thing. Oh, Domo with a sticky. I think he hit a pipe as well on that. I couldn't really tell because there was 5 people in there.
But now it's only 3 people up for the Ascent.
Oh, he hits the pipe as well.
A lot more jumps in, just pipes Connor. That was
the American's still on the aggressive. Trader's only one up, and the only one spawned, sorry, and no one else is hitting. People are down here at help. And he's just on the cleanup. He's on the cleanup.
Credu just cleans up everyone. I mean, everyone was so weak from the fight before. And it looks like Ascent.NA was just going for that medic pick, so they just throw everyone into us and they get the medic pick. But that was such an easy cleanup for Credu.
The EU taking second right back. And I don't know. Oh, Cringe Creek. Skis. Skis is on tips. Let's see how this one goes. You know, it's going to be basically even all the time now. They're going to need to watch out. They haven't checked. They haven't used a spy yet, so I think they're just going to wait. The NA side wait till they get crits before going. Credo. Oh,
but the
Ascent.EU
flank is getting rolled by basically the entire red team. And Ascent.NA looks like they're picking the valley area to crits from.
Doesn't matter, Zebo's in, they can't do anything. He's going to try Minecraft, doesn't get it. Skis, getting the crits ready with the Uber Saw, easy peasy. He can, this is perfect for them. Although they have an engineer now, and crits don't do damage to sentry guns, which is kind of cringe. But we do use in right now, they're going to try and do something. Sentry gun was barely up, they're going to try and stick you off, and that's another round to Ascent.NA.
That was such a nice push from the valley there. I mean, sure, Ski's got a really nice play on Zebo there with his Uber Saw, but at the same time, Jay was just jumping in and getting an easy pick on Connor. They were just getting picks left and right, and it was just a roll into last. They didn't even need the crits. It was just a try push, essentially.
Yeah, it's probably a last-ditch effort. You know, there's 4 minutes left in the clock. Enough time for 1 or 2 rounds, depends on how this is going, but I think it'll only be 1 round, knowing the way this match is played out. Relatively close. Alaz going in for the big bomb. Does he? He gets Connor right there. Damage on, but everyone's falling inside of NA. Connor, oh, never mind. Ams.
Just credit.
Yeah, it's just credit up now.
And he's on the hunt.
He's going to get it as well. Can he get the demo? Demo try to glass him now. He's on hitting the meat shots. Doesn't get.
Oh, but
7 HP gone. Well, that's one way to do a mid.
I mean, at that point, what can you do as a demo man? You are really trying to save your medic, but there is a scout running through choke. You only have projectiles, and you can't really help him much. You know,
just hit your pipes, forehead, or stickies, one of them.
It doesn't work like that. Demo man can't 1v1.
Yeah, I know, but just forehead, like usually done. Anyway, we do see NA coming, or EU come back in, and NA. No one really won that mid, to be honest. Laz jumping up top, trying to get the soldier from just outside Cathy, on top of Cassie. Polygon getting directed. EU not on the good side. They're losing players left and centre. It's only Connor and Credo left. Laz going down, and that's it. Done.
That was basically a mid-fight, the second one in a row. But Botmod had the advantage of staying alive, and he could set up for that mid-fight. And I think that was a crucial thing in winning the fight. And now they have Uber advantage. Not really, it's even worse. And it looks like Ascent.EU. They looked like they were pushing into the lobby and wanted to fight second, but it looks like they're just messing up on last.
I mean, it is tied. If they want another tie, you know, it's going to be another 7 fade deal. Maybe it'll come down to the wire again. They can just hold and maybe take a tie, or they're going to try and let the NA team come in. They're in lobby right now. Both teams have Uber. Credo is on sniper. Let's see what this gamer gets up to. He's going for a hero shot maybe? Yes, gets a body shot on a scout. That doesn't matter. They're going to trade with Yike. Looks like the NA are just going to try and edge the way in. A few pipes, get a bit of spam going on. Credo is down. They do trade with Yike. Another stalemate question mark?
It's definitely looking like a stalemate. There is 1 minute 40 left, and if Ascent.NA wants to do something about, you know, not taking the full...
Oh, Credo getting bot mode right there with a headshot. Polygon getting Laz. I don't think the Americans are going to come back from that one there. There was only 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and EU look like they're eager to get out of last.
This could easily be a turning point for Ascent.EU. They're looking to push out here, and if they get a really good Uber trade here, they can take their round from this.
Oh, there's that lag there, but that's okay. Not with that. Now the Americans do use Uber, and Connor uses Brown at the same time. They do trade now, and I think Arms is just going to go in the chase, but Uber slightly better than the Americans.
And here comes a repush from Cafe, from Ascent.NA, and now it's just going to be one of those scrappy fights. 1 minute left on the clock.
Yeah, Connor going down, they'll lose the heal. No, Ski's going down, they'll lose the heals on the American side. There's only 3 up, there's 2 soldiers and a demo, no hit scans, and there's 2 hit scans on the EU side. We do see bot mode on the point. He's doing damage, being a gamer, but he's up against a scout, and there's no point of doing that. They might as well go back to the last and hold out.
I think Ascent.EU just wants to play the safe, build the Uber for last, so they can for sure hold this last, you know, with their Uber advantage. But if Ascent.NA is fast here, they can just dry push before they get the Uber.
I think they might be trying to go for the dry push.
It's 30 seconds left.
30 seconds. We're going to use this time very wisely, and they are going to be going for a dry push right now, reducing bot mode and do damage. Arms on the heavy, not credited for once. They respect it. The Tomislav, Yike going behind, just back scattering them. Doesn't matter. We do see Connor going on, trying to get the shot, and they're going to defend it. Easy peasy, like a nice wee white.
And that's a GG, 7 seconds left. It's going to be another tie of the tournament.
Maybe I'm wrong about EU. Try to get the cap points, feel bad now.
And what we've been talking before this game is basically that any of the top 4 teams can win this tournament on their better day.
Yeah, this just proves it.
We've seen a tie between Seven and Feint, and now we've seen a tie against
the two
Ascent.EU and Ascent.NA, basically. So it really all comes into the playoffs and the map picks.
I mean, Sunshine clearly did favour the Ascent.EU side at the start. Then the Americans picked up the, you know, they picked up what they were doing.
Definitely. I feel like the mid fights were in such a favour of Ascent.EU. They were so synchronized, Polygon and then Zebosai just coming in after him, cleaning up. You have Ams and Credu just basically getting free beam, and Domo pushing over the point, just putting out massive damage from his soldiers, making so much space for him. And
well,
we're probably gonna give it over to the analyst desk to talk to you guys more about what we've just seen on the screens.
Yeah, get the logs going. So we're going to throw over X-Time now, Mela and Eatplay. Take it away.
Well, thank you so much, Adysky and Plunk. Excellent match and excellent casting. Mela, you know, with a 2-2 draw, I mean, nobody lost from us.
I can't be mad at it. That's fine.
Awesome. So what are some of your thoughts from how that matchup played out?
Well, I said before about the AMS Slemnish, them going back and forth, but actually I thought that the best matchup was the demo v demo. I thought bot mode and Domo were both very impressive in that game. And I think Domo's really starting to pick it up now. He had not the best games earlier, but he had a great showing in this game, and bot mode towards the end of the game was just going off. Like, he was actually
single-handedly
hardcore salvaging every situation for NA. So that back and forth between the two demos I thought was pretty exciting for that game.
Yeah, certainly. Let's pull up the logs as well, see what we can glean from the stats. Maybe in the works here. Eapley, what were some of your thoughts on the matchup that we just saw?
I think it was definitely really interesting. Obviously, me and Mela both kind of predicted NA would be looking stronger from a team point of view. Obviously, Ascent.EU, for the majority of it, they were looking really, really together. I think it was already mentioned about how the mids went. And to me, the biggest thing which struck me over the course of the game were how much the EU soldiers could do against Ascent.NA versus when they were doing almost the exact same thing against Feint earlier, right? We'd see so many situations where Polygon would jump super deep on these mids, you know, exact same situation. But against Feint played these perfect little kind of, you know, distance plays where everyone's, you know, just far enough away to not take damage, but still close enough to be in the beam and get back to their medic. Whereas with Ascent.NA, you know, we saw so many situations where, like, Polygon, he'd jump super high, and, like, bot mode, he would have no idea, you know? He'd have no idea, he'd end up, like, behind skis, and then, you know, Zebo would come in, everything would turn to a mess, and the soldiers would just absolutely annihilate. And to me, I think it came down to the fact that Ascent.NA weren't quite prepared in the same way. Feint have been playing against Ascent.EU for, like, you know, seasons now. Whereas Ascent.NA, they weren't quite prepared for it.
So let's take a quick look at those logs, see what the numbers can show us here, and what was a very close match.
Yeah, and Domo and bot mode, like we were saying, they both went off. They both played incredibly well in that game.
The 3 kills on skis, nice little stat there, as well as Credu ending up as the top fragger. What are some of the things that stand out to you, Eapley?
So yeah, honestly, the fact that, you know, Domo, 27 frags, it's not just the damage he was dealing, the amount of frags, you know, we're seeing from Domo this game, similar to kind of, you know, Lucas in one of the games before, you know, it's very impactful kind of not only in terms of being able to push forward with his team, but getting those crucial frags that, you know, sometimes, like, you just don't have a scout in a position to do that, you know? Sometimes you kind of get that little pick off and it allows your team to do different things. Obviously, bot mode was doing well, but it didn't feel like quite the same kind of impact. Obviously, on the complete other side of things, you know, it was a very kind of different game for some of the soldiers. It's always going to be pretty hard, but I mean, it definitely seemed like Jay and Zebasai in particular were having rougher times, but it's part of the role, and, you know, it might be a case of, it is like Sunshine, you know? Ultimately, after a certain point, you kind of got to jump your soldiers in and just see what happens. So, you know, I think both teams, they're playing really well.
Yeah, certainly, and it was an excellent matchup. Really excited to see how both of these teams progress in this tournament. Mela, any kind of final thoughts on you while we have you here?
No, just looking forward to both these teams going up against 7 later. Both of those games yet to come, so those will be very exciting.
Yeah, awesome. And we have Oro, Electra versus Fant Gaming coming up for you guys. Right now, though, quick break with some video content. Kind of love that content. And then we'll be back with some TF2 action shortly. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.